All right, so it is August 31st, the day before a great day. What is that great day? I'll tell you in a minute. Backstory. So I'm sitting in my house and my partner Christopher Crosby comes over. He says, "Hey man, I think we should really work with this singer." I'm like, "Here we go, another singer, la 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 la." He said, "Nah man, this one's different." Okay, bring her on over. So then he brings this young lady who I've never seen before, but all of my friends know her. And she says, I have this idea I want to do where I want to blend opera and soul music. In my head, I said, well, how the hell you gonna do that? I have no idea. Never heard this woman sing before, but because my partner said she's a beast, a killer, a sniper with the voice, I said, it's gonna have to happen. So she came over and we ended up doing a song. And that song was crazy, but the most crazy part is how calm this woman is. But when she opens up her mouth, Lord Jesus Christ in a half. I want to introduce y'all the lady who has an EP coming out tomorrow, tonight. That's like the same thing, right? Like midnight is like tonight, but really tomorrow. The Opera Soul EP. Everybody, Kisma Jordan in the building. Yeah. Crowd going wild. I should have put applause in here.
Oh,
How are you?
I'm good.
You are mad chill all the time, and you don't even smoke weed.
I got it honest. I get it from my mama, as they say.
So your mom was like, "Oh, cool cat, huh?"
Oh yeah, she way chill.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she probably had a good pimp slap on her, huh? Oh, this interview is like none other.
Oh my goodness.
So, dig. This is your first project ever.
Yeah, it's my first just me, only me project ever.
So my thing is, okay, I've seen everybody's first.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people's first. I've helped a lot of people out with their first.
Mm-hmm.
And it's usually a million kajillion songs, a lot of work, but you only got 4 songs. However, those 4 songs took as much work as it would 11 songs. So what made you want to go so big right off the jump?
I don't know. I can't necessarily say I saw it as big.
Really?
I just saw it as what I heard.
Wow. Well, what you hear is huge.
That was it. It was just that's what the song called for, in my opinion.
I mean,
And that's what it was going to be.
okay, cause I'll say, okay, this song needs this song needs that. And they'll say, because they're thinking about how much it will cost to get these things. And when you went to your project, you was like, whatever it need, that's what we're gonna get.
Yeah.
And it took time. We
It
had
did.
to wait for this musician,
We-
wait for that singer,
We
wait for these
did.
strings, wait for this guy to score the strings. Like it
We
was a
did.
lot. And this for your first hoorah, like some people go through their whole career and don't put that much effort into their project. Is that what is
I
that
can't imagine it.
is that your formula for everything you do?
Pretty much. That's me. Anybody who really knows me knows that I am an all in, all or nothing type of person.
Mm.
Like, I'm going to do it right
Mm-hmm.
or I'm not doing it.
Mm.
So, like, I mean, anybody who knows me knows that. Like, I don't like, for lack of a better word, half ass stuff.
I know that for a fact.
I just don't like that. I don't know if ultimately, it's just part of who I am. I'm accepting it now.
Mm-hmm.
I think I struggle with it because my background is in classical
Right.
and operatic music,
Mm-hmm.
and that already sets a tone of excellence.
Mm. Understood.
But I wrestled with the idea of perfectionism
Okay.
versus excellence,
Mm.
and it's just perspective.
Perfectionism versus excellence.
It's just the negative
Mm-hmm.
or the positive.
Gotcha.
Like someone you're a perfectionist.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's perfect though.
So you're always mad.
or you're unsatisfied. But
Right.
it's not that it's a perfectionist. It's just a spirit of excellence. That's what it is.
Mm.
And if you see it like that,
Okay.
as opposed to saying you're a perfectionist, because it's a schism on that.
Right.
Like that's a negative thing.
Mhm.
You always want everything to be perfect. But what you should see it as someone who wants to operate and move with a spirit of excellence.
Right.
So they want stuff done well.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is this, anything worth doing is worth doing well.
I agree.
Like, why would you do it
Why
if
would
you
you? Why
can't
would
if
you
it can't be
half-ass
right?
it?
Why would you want to do that?
1,000.
Especially as
100.
as it relates to your gift,
Mm-hmm.
your passion,
Right.
and your purpose.
Mhm.
Like, why would you bull with that?
Agreed. But some people do.
They do. But I'm not one of those people.
They are bull on their passion, but they'll put 100% to them Jordans though.
Right. Or them nails, or or them lashes. Or
Right.
and it's just like, yeah, I don't have time for that. I'll come out here with not a lash, not an eyebrow filled, but what I'm sent here to do,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be right.
Yeah, as it should be. So okay, so now you got that mind frame of excellence, everything. All excellence, everything. You should get a T-shirt to say that.
Excellence,
All excellence, everything.
All right, I'm
That's-
put that on the list. That's gonna be some of the Opera's whole merch.
I'm on 25%.
Shut up.
I want my royalties.
They're like, give me my full portion.
Please and thank you. Okay, so it's all excellence, everything to you. But then you make a single called Fighting, and you say you've been fighting.
Ooh, we've been fighting. I've been fighting in them streets now.
You see what I'm saying? Like it, for your voice to push beyond the limits.
Right, listen.
Right?
When I tell you that song is prophetic, y'all gonna learn about that tonight. If y'all don't know about it, we gonna say that word a couple of times, prophetic. So when I came to you,
Mm-hmm.
I had the first verse of that song.
Right.
That's what you built the whole song on.
Absolutely.
And it was funny because the first time I met you, because I'm gonna take it back,
Okay.
when we were over there out Southwest. Listening to the video, because I had dabbled in Opera Soul stuff here and there, just on a live though.
Okay,
Nothing
gotcha.
was recorded.
Okay.
So I played you an excerpt from a performance I did on the Concert of Colors with another artist.
Right.
And I took his original song and just did a solo live version, and then I had the idea to segue into Glory with it.
Right.
And it just turned into its own beast.
Absolutely. Right.
So I played that for you, and I'm like, this is kind of what I'm talking about. And,
Okay.
And you said, okay, but you can't make a whole album of that shit. That's exactly
I said
what
that.
you said. I'm quoting. I want y'all to think
Did
I'm
I?
on here saying shit. I'm saying that's what Dean said. Okay, verbatim. He said you can't make a whole album of that shit, and I thought it was funny because I have other classical friends.
Yeah.
Who arrange, compose,
Uh-huh.
and they would be like, "Yeah, you can. You could do a whole album of it." And I was like, "Nope. See, that's why I'm gonna work with Dean
Yeah.
because you can bring the balance."
Yeah.
That was the whole point
Yeah.
of the project.
I'm about to say, because we didn't do the same thing every song.
We did it,
Right.
and that was the point. But if I had gotten with someone who probably had the background,
Mm-hmm.
it probably would have been a whole CD of that, and somebody would have liked it, but it
Yeah,
wouldn't have
it
been
wouldn't have
what
been.
was in my head.
Yeah.
And so, so you were like, "Bring me a song."
Mm-hmm.
I had started writing Fighting. I don't even remember when I started writing it. I just wrote out those first lines. And then
Right.
I went back to that book that week before I came back to your studio.
Mm-hmm.
And it was clear as day how it needed to be. So when
Yeah.
I came, I was like, I started this song.
Mm-hmm.
But that was my testimony. Like
Yeah.
that was I feel like I'm living two worlds.
Yeah.
That should be one world because they're both a part of me.
Yeah.
They both speak to my authenticity.
Mm-hmm.
Why do they have to be separate? Like that's how I've been feeling like my whole life.
Wow.
I'm singing opera over here. Then on the weekends I'm coming to Detroit and I'm singing at Fishbones. And I'm singing right. Or on Sunday morning I'm singing on the praise sing.
Yeah. Wow.
And I'm just like, why do I have to
Why do you have to compartmentalize
exactly?
your talent?
Why can't these be one world?
Mm-hmm.
And And I'm fighting the voice teacher saying, but you can't do that. What you should do is get a good footing in the classical and opera world, get your career there, and then you go and make an album like this, or then you do that. But you start here and then do it like that. And then it's like, well, you sing opera because, like you don't sound like you sing opera based off of what you hear me singing on a Sunday morning.
Exactly. So I have that same issue when I do different genres of music with my own.
Right.
So one person be like, I want to hear rock Dean. I want to hear old street Dean.
Right.
I want to hear this creative guy. And I'm like, why can't I just be?
I'm just going, if this is where it's going, I'm just going to go this way, but I'm going to make it mine. But it's just going to be this way.
So do you feel like you won the fight?
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, it's just the beginning, though. Yeah. That's the thing.
Right.
Like, this EP is just the tip of what's, like, starting to download. Mm-hmm. Because we were already in the middle of working on finishing other songs when one of the songs on the EP came to me.
Right, absolutely.
And I was like, dude, this mug just downloaded like ridiculous.
Right.
And I mean, I shocked myself because when I came in here, I'm sitting there we at the table and I'm like this.
Oh, it's on remember
me. For real.
Yeah.
That mug just downloaded. And I'm shocking myself because I'm like, see, this is what it means to jump. Because when the thing about it is, because I'm real. I'm a real one. Like, my relationship with God is real.
Facts.
So, like, he speaks to me. Everybody have a pattern in how God moves in your life.
Through.
Okay?
Yeah.
And you just have to figure out what the pattern is.
Facts.
For me, I have to go. If I don't go, he won't go. It's been like that forever.
Gotcha.
When I finally realized what the pattern was. So it's like I need to accept it.
Yeah.
And then
walk in that path.
The portal will open. Because I'm like, man, I can't get no ideas. I got the... But it's not that I can't. It's just that I'm not in the right place yet. Once I get in the right place, boom.
So to me, that sounds like the first line. You say you've been fighting. Like,
I've been fighting. That was the fight.
Been going on. So
to get over on the other side.
So speaking of that, we're going to go into this first joint, the single, the first song we did together that we was talking about.
Listen, first song.
Fighting.
Out the gate.
Engineer Miguel, let's go.
I've been fighting for the right to take myself beyond the limits. I've been fighting for the right to live life uncompared, free from all the judging stares. I've been fighting for the right to move in steady flow, both my worlds balanced whole. I keep fighting to pursue the purpose promised me, the one place I was born to be. Of stones, then it blossomed, absorbed the moonlight as if it was the sun. The world is everywhere, I heard it's everywhere, I can't go anywhere. I'm just trying to, I'm from everywhere, I like it over there, at least it's somewhere that's not you. The earth is full of lots of land, enough to overflow our hands.
home technology needs. Call us and give your home a brain.
Yeah. Big shout out to Home Tech. If you ever want to get your TVs mounted or your home theater put together, they do a great job. Back to Kisma. So your first single, Fighting. Wow.
Woohoo.
So here's the funny part. I knew you were going to shoot the video, and I am so used to being in charge that it didn't dawn on me that you did it.
Okay.
You was like, yeah, the video shot. And I was like, what you mean? You know, this is a different situation. You're not my artist. You're somebody that I worked with.
You're producing.
We did business.
Right.
So it's like, it's done. What you mean it's oh, I don't own this. Hold on.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
So I for me, it was really dope to be able to sit back and let things get and things just got handled.
Right.
And like you said, all excellence, everything. You got the perfect person to shoot that thing. It looked super good.
Listen.
The perfect car.
Listen.
The kids had the perfect shoes on.
Digital Dream Studios, Quentin Howell.
Mm-hmm.
He's excellent at what he does.
All excellence, everything.
And the funny thing is, I remember when Quentin was first getting into media on that level.
Mm-hmm.
We went to church together.
Okay.
And he worked in the media department at our church.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. The way things have aligned with this whole project in terms of who's been a part of it.
Yeah.
It's just been all divine.
Absolutely.
Like, I mean, it's just been one of those things. So he shot a video for one of my good friends, one of her music videos.
Yeah.
And I was like, why didn't I think of Quentin? What was wrong? So I called him.
Yeah.
And I said, listen, I got a few projects I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I just want them to be under the same umbrella because I think it'll just be
continuity.
Easier. Yeah, it'll be the best thing.
Right.
And that was it.
Wow.
So he did the Opera Soul Experience commercial.
Right.
Have you seen? He came to the photo shoot. I did a photo shoot for Opera Soul and some voiceover, and he shot that and the video, and I was like,
man,
because I did a storyboard for the video,
right?
And so the whole concept about it, I just talked to you about it, like, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? So I was talking about doing black and white,
right?
So then, but after he shot it.
It was that color looked so good.
It was so good. He was like, listen, let me tell you. I know you want to do it in black and white, but the visuals look really good.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man. So then I saw it. I was like, fine, go ahead.
Yeah.
Shout out to the big cuz. Yeah. Let me grip the whip. Let me grip that vintage. I was like, you gonna let me drive it? I was like, you gotta be in the video then. You gotta roll with me. Because everyone's like, who's that in the video? I said, that's my big cuz.
Cool dude over there.
Okay.
He was chilling too.
He got all lined up and smooth.
Right.
Juan came in there all smooth on him. I said, yeah, thanks, big cuz. Yeah, I appreciate him because I don't always talk to, that's my father's side. I don't always talk to all my cousins over there. Tons of cousins over there.
Yeah.
Don't always talk to them. But I was like, Juan got a ride, I forget. And so I just reached out to him like, cuz.
Emma was polished
listen,
too.
And I felt bad because one of the scenes I was leading up on it and I had greased myself all up and stuff. And I put grease on. I was like, listen, come on and wipe this car off because I know he worked too hard waxing and polishing it for me to put my greasy hands on it. I'm not going to do your car like that. So.
Wow. Yeah, man. So, okay, so Diggs. So when you started working, you didn't have any kids, right?
I was pregnant.
You was pregnant when we started working.
When we were recording Fighting, if you remember it. Because every time I came to the studio, I was eating. Every time I came to the studio, I had some food.
So to me, this is a very important piece of the puzzle, especially when you're talking to the public because you came pregnant, you had the child, got pregnant again.
I did.
Had another child.
Another baby.
How old are your kids now?
Nala is 3.
3.
And Naomi will be 2 in October.
Okay, so 3 and 2. So we at least talking 3 years at the least, right?
Right.
So you went through all of that and still pushed and got it done during.
Oh my goodness. Now we took some sabbaticals.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Because it was just a lot going on.
Yeah.
I mean, so much happened from when we first started recording fighting. I mean, we finished fighting in like 2 days.
Yeah.
And that was like the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
And she was born in January. And I didn't come back to the studio that whole year.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, you know, a lot of people don't know that this album is really a byproduct to the Opera Soul Experience.
Right.
The Opera Soul Experience is what won the Night Arts grant.
Yeah.
And that's what the whole, you know, Give to Op Soul was about.
Yeah.
So the EP came because I was like, I think I should just document the original songs that I'm trying to write.
Yeah.
That's capturing the Opera Soul sound.
Absolutely.
And that I needed it to happen like that.
Yeah.
In order for it to, you know, make its way into the concert, because the whole point from me, you know, I wasn't auditioning. I wasn't doing any gigs for real.
Yeah.
Like I was doing no performing because I
Yeah.
was really trying to write.
Yeah.
But you know, you talk about writing, trying to write, then you have your first child. It's my
Yeah.
first child.
Mm-hmm.
I called the night like, hey, I need an extension. This whole first time baby thing.
Is a mother.
I mean,
Literally.
like I don't have any time.
Yeah.
And I mean, and I was still singing out like around. Like I was taking Nala with me. She was in dressing rooms.
Wow.
You know, I had my mom coming, like, I'm gonna bring Nala with me to rehearsal. Can you come and just get her?
Mm-hmm.
So she was right there. And I was like, I didn't plan on doing that, but that's just what it was. So
Right.
I just was like,
Yeah, so I see people, they I don't want to call it an obstacle, but to other people it would be.
having children
Having
while you're trying
children.
to
I mean,
move
think
and
about it.
creative.
2 kids, bought a house, renovating the house, dealing
Listen.
with contractors.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we
You-
we're renovating the house. I mean, we've been renovating our house, and we closed on the house in October 2018, and we are just getting ready to be moving into this house.
Exactly. So you got 2018. That's 3 years ago.
That's
This
3
is the
years.
all running congruent.
We're
or
trying to do
consecutive.
this whole
You see what I'm saying? So for you to still say, I'm going to get
I'm gonna
it
do
done.
it. Yeah, like that's
that-
me though.
That is an inspiration for anybody. I don't
anybody.
want to hear nothing. Don't nobody tell you you can't do
Look-
nothing. If somebody
Listen,
say,
it was a lot. There
"Oh,
was
at a time." I'm
Yup.
saying, Kisma.
Oh my gosh. Like I can't even when I turn around, you know how you just turn around and be like, I didn't even know. How did I
How?
even get here?
House way.
That's the grace. That's
Yeah.
the grace. That's
Mhm.
favor. I lost my grandmother in the fall of 2018. That was huge.
Yeah.
Like that took me out. And then I found out I was pregnant with
Yeah.
Naomi in February. And I went through a depression.
Yeah.
Like I went through a show enough postpartum
Mm.
that I really only a few people know that I went through,
Yeah.
with just not really being able to process the sudden loss of my grandmother who raised me. And then I'm having a child and I need to be everything for this child. And so that was a lot. But it fortified me, you know?
Mm-hmm. I mean, but dang, man, look,
It's a lot.
I done been through a lot. But listen here, you know, so what a lot of y'all don't know, Kisma comes in the studio and we probably talk for the majority of the session
We do.
and work just a little bit. Somehow out of this, Alan just gave me a really good friend, and she will tell me about contractors in the house and all of this stuff going on. And then I'll be like, you ready to sing? Like 45 minutes later.
Right.
And she'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
And
Let's
then
do
when
it.
it's go time, it's like a light switch.
Let's just go.
You own.
Just
You
go.
know,
Let's
she
just
is-
get it.
You will sing something. I'd be like, that's it. And you'd be like, no, that was practice. What?
Yeah.
What? So speaking of your
Oh.
grandma,
Right.
in your series, Full Circle Moments,
Yes.
you spoke about the time when they made you sing and your
At
grandma
church.
was outside waiting.
Yes.
And that was the first time everybody had heard you sing.
Yes.
And so when I went to rehearsal yesterday, you sung the song.
yeah, I
you
put that
sang
song.
the song.
Yes.
Right? So I'm listening and I said, how old were you then?
I was
He's like
I was
14 or
12.
something, 12 years old. And that was the song you sung?
How great thou art.
But those operatic notes.
Yeah, no, I wasn't singing like that.
I was about to say, I had to ask you, like,
No,
was
no,
you
no.
singing like
I didn't even
that?
know nothing about an operatic then. But I just sang it, though. I just sang from my heart then. And that was enough to make people be like, why you sitting up here singing like that and we don't know you can sing like that? And I was like, I didn't know that I could sing like that. I don't know what else to tell you.
Listen here. So I'm watching you, and this is rehearsal. This is just rehearsal.
Yeah.
And I'm watching you sing it, and I could see the emotion.
Oh, yeah.
Because I can tell it, and I could be wrong, but you tell me, it seems like there is an attachment from you to the memory, to your grandma.
The whole
all
thing.
Wrapped up in that song.
All of it. I mean, it's all of it. I mean, that, then it's like, then you add the relationship.
Yeah.
You know, because then you thinking about, I'm talking about how great thou art. I'm talking about how great my God is. And I'm standing in this moment.
Yeah.
That has just been a long suffering.
Yeah.
And I'm finally here.
Mm-hmm.
And that was part of why I put it at the top of the show. That's a spoiler. We starting the show off with church. So the top of the show might feel like the end of the show because we're going to go there out the gate. He was at rehearsal.
Somebody might start shouting.
They might. It might be like that. I'm not going to apologize for it, though. So, yeah, but that's why I put it in there. Like, it needed to be there.
Yeah. Yeah. You saying, I was just sitting there like.
And I just needed to do
God.
that. And I needed to show the whole, the extension of where it started. Mm-hmm. And then where it is now.
Yeah.
Because the second song is a sound. It's just a different sound.
Yeah.
But it's rooted in the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just got a little more maturation on it.
Yeah. Like that song to me, excuse me, sounds like it uses all of the dynamics of your voice.
And right.
From the rooter to the tutor.
Right. I mean, that can easily be, and I mean, Opera Soul Goes to Church, that's its own thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that was the point. That's the point. It's to use all of it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, what's the point of me learning how to use my voice if I can only use it a certain way?
Yeah.
Or I'm only using it here and there, like for this and that.
Right.
When, you know, who's that? Who said, you know, why are we trying to fit step? Let's make step fit us. That'll stump the yard. Mm-hmm. You know, he was gifted in that way as a dancer, trying to be in the midst of a formulated type of step. Mm-hmm. It's just like, listen, if the step isn't fitting us, we need to just make
it ours.
Make it ours.
Yeah.
And that's what Opera Soul is for me. Mm-hmm. I can't speak to anybody else in terms of, there are other people who can do what I'm doing.
Yeah.
There are other classical singers who can run in the midst and go hit a high note or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's just about making it yours. Yeah. And this is my way of making it mine.
Boom. It is.
That's it.
What's the order of the songs on the CD?
So Glory is the second song, the Glory medley.
Second song. Okay, boom. You let me know as we go along. So I wanted to play another song, but I needed to segue, and I didn't know which one was the right one to play. Glory is the right one. So my segue is what you just said. Using all of your voice.
Using all of the voice.
This medley.
It stretches me right here.
Literally goes from A to Z, back to A to Z to G to W.
Yeah, this medley a beast.
Wow. Right? So you came to me and you said, look.
We got to have a quintessential version of this.
I've been doing this medley and it ain't never been done the way I vision it.
No, I never was satisfied.
And so when you said it to me, I was like, shit, that's pressure.
Like, get it right.
Oh, my God. If these musicians can't get it all the way
Lord.
right, how is
it wasn't even them. It was just every time we performed it, something always happened. Mm-hmm. Something always went wrong. It was a sound issue. It was this issue.
Yeah.
And every part wasn't supplying. And I'm like, it's got to all be there. Or, you know, I couldn't hear my monitor, so I was flat. And half the stuff that's on YouTube of it, I don't own it because it was at an event I performed at, so they recorded it, and I didn't like what it sounded like. And I said, I wish I could. In that moment, I learned what it was like to be somebody who's on stage performing, and people are recording you, and they're getting all the angles that you don't like. Yeah. They're getting all the sounds that you don't like, and then they post it. And you don't have no control.
And that's your first impression.
And you be like, damn. real. Because, I mean, in that moment, you're like, but I can do it better than this.
Yeah.
But I can just give me one. So I was like, listen.
We need a do-over.
On this day.
Yeah, absolutely.
This will be the do-over of all do-overs.
Absolutely.
We're going to do it right.
Yeah.
We're going to do it right.
So for me, see, you are classically trained. You understand all of the music jargon. And I'm just a dude that just hears stuff and do what I hear and hope for the best.
And that's good.
And so when you said it, I'm like, this is going to be tough. I need reinforcements. So this song, while it is my production, it is the help of a lot of great musicians. You know, the string players. Shout out to Red.
Oh, he did the string arrangement.
For the string arrangement. Backgrounds.
Artima
came through.
Artima, my good friend, my sister. Came through and did some backgrounds. So I did some backgrounds on her stuff. She came and did some backgrounds on mine.
Christopher Crosby playing piano.
Yeah, played the piano. When we first laid it, we did that.
Q on guitar.
No, Queese on drums.
Queese on drums and Gary on guitar. Guitar and bass. Yeah, so
the Johnson brothers.
So it was dope. I was able to make it how I could make it, and then say, okay, everybody play what I did better.
I mean, and
they killed it.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I like to switch it up from what I have been used to doing in the live, just to make it just more kind of fortified.
Yeah. So without further ado, we gonna play Glory. You can mute us.
promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land.
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours, it will be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure, we will be here sure. Hands to the heavens, no man, no weapon, formed against us, glory is destined. It will be ours, it will be ours. Freedom is religion to us, justice for all ain't specific enough. But when it goes down, we'll all stand up. Oh, one day, when the glory comes, it will be ours, it will be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure, we will be here sure. Oh, one day, when the glory comes, one day when the war is won.
Wow. Wow. What an experience.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Listen here. So that was the last song that I mixed because I was like, that's going to be a mother.
It was a mother.
I'm just going to have to
It
hold
was
on
all
that
those
one.
lives. Man, so many lives, so many
Yeah.
the vocals. We layered that. It was
Yeah.
really
I had to go
layered.
back in and play some more guitar on top of it because
Yup.
I wanted it to sound
Really
beefy.
more beefy. Yeah.
Went in the car, ride around the car. I'm like, no. Back to the studio, tweaking, back in the car. No. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. That's definitely a labor of love, that glory.
Yeah, but
That
once it was
was the one.
done, I
Yeah.
was like, oh, that is so it.
I was like, listen,
wow.
the arrangement, I knew if we were going to record it,
Yeah.
it was going to be a beast. Just
Yeah.
because the foundation was good in terms
Yeah.
of just the idea.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was like, it's going to take time. And
Yeah.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
I was like, get everybody in here, do the lives. And we had some hiccups,
Yeah,
you know, especially
absolutely.
with this COVID going on.
Yeah.
And that
I got
was
COVID
like,
during
you got
it.
COVID
Yeah,
during that
sure
time.
did.
And I was like,
Yeah.
Lord.
Mhm.
And so, I'm like, how are we going to do da-da-da-da? Because we were just, really, really pushing, trying to get it done.
Yeah. Wow. So, wow. I'm just tripping on the way that song sounds, and I'm just so anxious to like hear it and look at the crowd. I got this thing when I'm in the audience and people playing music that I made. I'm looking at the crowd like, y'all better be rocking to this. I'm gonna drop kick everybody in the chest with both feet. I promise you.
You can't get mad at the people. You can't make the people do.
You ain't seen me perform. I make them.
Yeah, I'm excited for the live of this. It's gonna be
Oh man.
bananas.
And I get to see it twice. Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I'm geeked. So here we are now. We done did these songs. Now comes the hard part. You got to put the show together.
Oh goodness.
You got to promote the show. You got to make sure the people know. You don't know who's going to show up.
Right.
You put out 1,000 invites, 200 might show.
I know,
You
and
just,
that's just I mean,
so even though you did all of this work, ordered the CDs, FedEx is acting the ass, right? And when you go to the show, it's still a mystery. You don't know what the turnout's gonna be.
I don't.
Does it feel like pressure?
I think it always feels like pressure,
Mm-hmm.
but you just have to. If it's one thing I'm learning, and maybe that's just the other side of, when you mature
Okay.
and you just start really understanding what's important.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody wants to be successful. Everybody has their own definition of success.
Right.
You have to define that for yourself.
So what's your definition?
It's definitely living the truth.
Okay.
Whatever your truth is.
Yeah.
And once you get there and find it, because that takes long enough.
Yeah.
And then live it. I just feel like when you are really being yourself and you are moving in authenticity in what you do, you can't fail. There's no failure there.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you may not sell, you may not go platinum.
Right.
But that
you
doesn't
get that
mean that you're
fulfillment?
right.
Yeah.
Not even that though. You could still be successful.
Yeah.
Well, you could go gold.
Right.
You didn't go platinum. But
It all-
gold is pretty good.
So when you talk about the business side of it,
Oh my gosh. I don't know, Dean. You got to listen.
So
I need your help.
independent wise, you can sell 50,000 copies.
You can.
And you'll be doing better financially than somebody that got a record deal that did 100,000.
Right, just because of all of the middle people.
Exactly. Now, granted, if you got the deal, you got the exposure to different audiences and platforms that you don't independent. But if you happen to make it happen, if you go gold independently, you are rich. And I want to borrow $5.
Right. That's a lot. I mean, that's saying a lot. I mean, you definitely need a team. And I mean, honestly, this is new for me. Like, this is a whole new world for me. And I mean, I feel like I'm late. I'm late to the game,
Yeah,
but I'm right on time.
but the good thing
and just
is,
say, you know,
the good thing is that you're not afraid to ask.
no.
You'll randomly call me and say, "Hey,
What I need to
blah 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 blah." So you're not like in tyrant mode. You're in like, I'm heading this, I'm running this, but
I'm grinded. I need help. I need to understand this and that. But I'm in it though.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah.
How can you be all excellent everything if you don't
You
seek
can't listen.
help?
And I mean, this thing hasn't gone according to plan. It hasn't.
Right.
You know, it's been all kinds of stuff. And I mean, I completely underestimated how much money it took to do a concert and launch an album at the same time.
That's a lot.
But I'm grateful
That
that
kind of
I've
concert.
had the resources, not as much as I needed,
Right.
but enough for me to get it over.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it's just eye-opening. And you learning as you go. To me, that's the best way to do it, though.
Right.
Because then you learn it.
Yeah.
And you own it. You own the path and what you're doing.
Yeah.
And when you get that, that's a boss.
Facts.
People talking about being a boss, no. Being a boss is going through the fire,
Yep.
getting burnt up,
Yep.
learning that way.
Yep.
You don't, I mean, some people have the grace. You know, they born into the right thing.
Yeah.
They born into the right situation. They got the right resources. But everybody don't have that.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you got to go and learn what you need to learn for yourself and then move.
Right.
And that's all I know to do right now.
Exactly. So then it's this trippy part about it. So you got kids,
Mm-hmm.
new house,
Mm-hmm.
working on an album, regular life,
I got a husband.
and you still found time to tell somebody else's story
Just true.
with your music. You said, I still want to help this person's voice be heard because they're not here to tell
Right.
their story.
Right.
So, and the trippy part is that was one of the last songs that we recorded. It was just in your head. And you was like, I want to do
We
this
gotta get
thing.
it out. Yeah.
So we recorded Remember Me.
Right.
The trippy part sonically is you didn't want all of the live stuff.
I didn't want all the lives. I mean, okay, so I had a meeting with the Ford Foundation last year.
Okay.
And it was like 3 of their directors. And so, you know, we're just, you know, talking through the concept because I was really trying to get them to give me some money.
Right.
And so one of the directors, he was interested to see how I would, with the extra time, because I had, you know, gotten an extension because of COVID.
Right.
Because the concert was supposed to happen last year.
Oh, wow.
It was I had asked for an extension,
Yeah.
which would take it to a 3-year as opposed to a 2-year grant year.
Right.
And then COVID happened.
Boom.
And I knew, I was like, if everything's closed, how am I going to do this concert? Went back to them like COVID, and they were like, okay.
Right.
Okay, add another year. I'm like, okay. So when I had that meeting, all last summer was like on bump. I mean, it was like situation after situation last summer.
Right.
You know, this shooting, people weren't even police. Some people, it was just citizens, white citizens shooting, running down black men.
Yeah.
And then all of, you know, and it was like, man, it was just so much turmoil.
Yeah.
And so he was like, I'm interested to see how you will narrate and how you will have this social commentary as a part of the music you want to make.
Okay.
Especially because one of the objectives of the Opera Soul experience was to broaden the platform for Black artists
Yeah.
who are versatile
Yeah.
and display that in front of our communities because they don't get exposed to opera.
Gotcha.
And so I'm like, you know, when companies are marketing, they're not marketing to the Black dollar. They're marketing to their base,
Yeah.
which is old and white
Yeah. Facts.
and wealthy.
Yeah.
And so unless you're in the loop,
You're
because
not.
you
don't know nothing.
right, unless you're
Yeah.
you know you're a musician, you know you're in school, you know you may not know. So I was like, we just need to find a balance here. And so I knew I wanted to say something,
Right.
but at that time I didn't really know what to say.
Yeah.
And so after the Breonna Taylor murder,
Yeah.
I was like, this is just messed up. It messed me up
Yeah.
because out of all the cases, to me, hers was the purest in that
She was asleep.
she was asleep. Like, she did absolutely nothing. She was suspected of a lot,
Right.
but really, she didn't do anything wrong.
Exactly.
It wasn't like she was driving in a car, mouthing off to the cop. Wasn't like she was resisting. Wasn't like she was,
She wasn't selling cigarettes.
right. She wasn't. I mean, it was no
Which is not a good reason.
situation. She was minding her own business. The police were watching her. She probably didn't have any idea. But after I watched the 2020 doc on her, and that really, it just wouldn't leave me.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I don't know what to say, but whenever the words come,
It's gonna come.
it's gonna come for her.
So I remember us talking about this song, the way you wanted to do it, and the more like I be in the car singing it. And
I got you saying it.
and it didn't dawn on me that you said what you want the song to be, and you actually said it in the hook.
Right.
You was like, I want you to remember my life and not what happened to me.
Yup.
So that is so different from all of the other songs that speak on these social on these injustices. They always like they just name. Usually a person will name bad thing after bad thing after bad thing after bad thing after bad thing, and you're like, no, this is who this person was, and I want you to
Right.
remember this about this person, and not just
How they
this is what
not
happened
just,
to 'em, not
because
their
it
fate.
always comes back to that.
Yeah.
They live this whole life,
Yeah.
even if they're young. They live this whole life full of so much stuff, and we always come back to. And this person in 19 such and such and such, this person was killed by the da da da, and they just join this long list
Yeah.
of other individuals. And I'm like, but these people, they had lives, they had friends.
Yeah.
Like I remember when George Floyd, when he was murdered,
Yeah.
one of the guys I went to college with used to play basketball with him. And so he was on Facebook talking about,
Yeah.
so he knew him. And to me, that just, anytime you know somebody
Yeah.
who has been a part of or joins the narrative
Yeah.
of somebody that dies that way,
Mm-hmm.
it just hit different.
Yeah.
And I went to school in Kentucky State University. That's where I went to college. It's the only historically black college in Kentucky.
Wow.
And we used to go to Louisville all the time. You got the people go to Derby. It's a whole, they barbecue. Black folks barbecue. They don't go to the raves.
I was stationed in Fort Knox. We
Oh
used to
my
go to
gosh.
Louisville all the time. Yep.
all the time.
Yeah.
It was like an hour from Frankfurt.
Yeah.
Go to the mall in Louisville. And, I got good friends. We used to go to church in Louisville.
Yeah.
I got a friend right now. She's from Detroit, but she lives in Louisville.
Yeah.
And so when she was just like, that's not too far, where her apartment was, not too far from where she lived.
Oh wow.
And so I was just like, it just kept coming home to me.
Mhm.
And I was like, this girl, you look at all the pictures that they have of her. She full lips, full nose, gorgeous smile,
Yeah.
brown skin. She
Mhm.
had dimples. I mean, like, this girl, it's no reason
Yeah.
for her to be gone.
And she was like a first.
She was a first responder.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it just was unnecessary. And I'm like, if there was ever a story that needed to be told, her story needed
That's
to be
the
told.
one.
It's nothing that you can say about her. You
Yeah.
can't say nothing bad about her.
Yeah.
Like she didn't do anything wrong. She should be here.
Exactly. So tell me why you chose to go production wise the more J Dilla Detroit soul
That's
hip
how
hop
that's how the song came to me. Listen, this was around my birthday
Mm-hmm.
when the song just started coming. I don't even know. That's why that's the part I was telling you about.
Yeah.
Like, songs hadn't been coming to me like that.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, they were just coming.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in the shower because my husband got me an Airbnb for my birthday.
Okay.
All
Come on,
right.
hubby.
Had a little, R&R, no kids, just me,
Mm-hmm.
self-care, and I was taking a shower. And it just popped back up.
Boom.
And it was just one of those,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I was hearing. Because that's what I came in the studio and I
Yeah.
told you. And I was like, it's got to have that right there.
Yeah.
It's got to have that. And I'm like, just that whole, it's a little groove.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, the connection between the first song and the second, I just knew that should be the hook of the song.
Yeah.
I'm like, because at first I was like, it's going to be too long. Because I'm like, I'm going to have to sing the whole, and I'm like, it's just short enough
Yeah.
where it's just enough. And I'm like, just loop that part.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this song feel like it got a thing on it.
Yeah, that mug slap.
This mug got a thing on it.
The pianist's name, what's his name again?
Maurice.
Yes.
Maurice Drawn. Me and Maurice have collaborated so many different things. We did a recital with voice and harp in Palmer Woods. You know, I've been knowing Maurice when we were in Brazil in our youth chorale together. Maurice is crazy gifted, you know.
Absolutely.
Aside from being a harpist, he plays keys and he can compose and arrange. And so y'all called him in here. It was so funny because, you know, Maurice he could be so modest.
Yeah. And wow.
But he just came in and just, you know, like, is that good? I was like,
is it?
Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect for the song.
Right.
But, you know, I appreciate having a pool of friends like that. That's Detroit for you, though.
Facts. That's the Detroit that they don't talk about.
Right. Detroit where everything you need is here. There's no reason for you to fly anybody in here unless you just want them because they're just gifted at what they do.
Their name.
But Detroit is small, and if you've been in the culture, and I mean, I've been in the culture since I was in high school. You know, I went to King High School.
Yeah.
You know, I sang in the choir, so then you know all the choir members from Renaissance and Cass.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's just part of the culture of growing up in a city with a really strong music foundation.
Right.
And that just, you know, it thrives on its own. And then you, as a native, as a daughter or a son, you come back and you contribute.
Absolutely.
Because it's part of your DNA.
Absolutely. Yeah, this project is definitely all Detroit made.
All Detroit.
Which is the shit. But this song, like...
This is a bop. Like, I was so excited about it because it sounded exactly... how I heard it in my mind. When I told you that, you were like, really? Wow. I was like, D, this is it.
Yeah.
You did
it. Because we've been doing this big, complicated music. And I was like, I need the hip hop. You want this? And I did it. You was like, that's it.
I said, this is probably the best example of the extremes of opera and hip hop coming together.
Agreed.
Because you got what you got in the
complex and simple.
Yeah. At the same time, it's talking about something really important.
Agreed. So let's go ahead and get into it.
I'm proud of this song.
Hey y'all, we are proud of this song. Remember Me.
Black girl enters the world of pearl, brightness gleaming from her eyes. A light in the darkness, her smile, like sunshine, a mother's pride. A village stands to guide her on the way. True gift to the world, she gave so much, a heart so big inside. She wants to mend and make things right. A working hard to build something she can call her own. Her life she shared in love, black joy, triumph, pain, triumph, the pain. The life that could have been, the life that should have been. Ooh, the sleeping beauty dreams about tomorrow's sun. Then all the blue overshadowed what was to come. Her name is in my heart, pouring from my lungs. Her life, it should have mattered. This was alright. So wrong. It didn't have to happen this way. So wrong. So wrong. Forget my fate. Remember me. Remember me. Remember me. Forget my fate. Forget my fate. But forget my fate.
Yeah, super slapper.
Man, that mug's a bop.
Okay, so I gotta talk about this timeline here on this thread. Christopher Hunter is going ham on this mug.
Christopher Hunter's going ham.
He's going ham.
He
Bombs, boom,
Boom.
support.
Yeah.
How does it feel to have that much support at home?
It means everything. Me and Christopher coming up on 8 years in November.
8 years.
8 years. I can't believe we've been married for 8 years.
Y'all got a dope story too. We ain't gonna talk about it.
we ain't gonna
but
talk about it.
hey,
I
that's
mean,
a dope
anybody who know
story.
us know the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that had been spoken over us over and over again
Mhm.
was Christopher being the base
Okay,
and me standing on that base.
gotcha.
And in doing so, that the glory that would come to me
Mm-hmm.
will naturally trickle down
Mm.
and cover him.
Okay.
That's been spoken over us over and over again.
Yeah.
And so one of the main reasons why I married Christopher
Okay.
was because I trusted him
Mm.
with
You.
the call on my life, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if people get into that,
Mm-hmm.
but for me it meant everything
Yeah.
because I was established in a path.
Right.
You know, like a lot of people who see me outside of classical music, they really don't know the full story
Mhm.
of that.
Right.
But my singer friends, you know, when they hear, "Oh, you were there, you were here," and they got the because
Yeah.
it should have been a different way.
Right.
You know, anytime you get people talking, you singing here, singing there, world class talent, world class this, you know, all of that,
Yeah.
and then it doesn't happen the way you've been seeing it or
Right.
been, you know,
The way you perceive it.
groomed
Yeah.
for it to be. you start doubting. But when God just have a completely different plan altogether.
Yeah.
So with me in the process of that, when we were like right on the brink of before we got married, he knew exactly what he was getting into.
He was with the shits.
And so I was like, if he can handle that, he can handle it all. And so I had some other, I was like, what about this guy? What about that guy? What about this? What about that? But I kept coming back to that. And we've been tested in that area. Yeah. But I mean, it makes sense though that it would get tested though, because that's the whole point. That's
where that confidence comes from.
That's the purpose of the marriage and how we work together. That would get tested. It would get attacked because it's going to the root of us being together anyway.
There you go.
But yeah.
So Chris, what you need to do is just go ahead and just flex a little bit. Say, I've been through the storm, and when the small cleared, I was right here like these. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, honestly though, I mean, it's like, because like, I mean, yeah, it take money, it take time,
patience,
and doing something that he doesn't necessarily want to do, so that I can do what I'm supposed to be doing and really want to do. Yeah, knowing that on the other side of that, I can release him to do what he want to do.
I was just about, so that my next question was going to be, I've seen where women have their husband supported them in what they was doing, and they got where they wanted to be, and this is a new term that I've heard, they retired their husband from their job so they can do what they want to do. Is that coming?
Oh yeah.
For Mr. Hunter?
Oh, for sure. You know what I mean? I'm always saying, my husband's a gifted writer.
Yeah, you've told me that several times.
Several times. I wouldn't tell you if it wouldn't.
Absolutely.
Christopher can just write. Like at home, it's scripts of paper. Little paper, big paper, with like phrases, stanzas. And it's been like that. Wow. Like he used to send me like paragraphs when we were dating. Text. It's a whole 16. It's a whole 32. Wow. It's a whole like first stanza of a poem.
Start writing for Drake, Chris.
And so, and then, I mean, his own passion for music.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so God's brewing some stuff over here.
Okay.
Okay,
so first of all, y'all are watching the Famous Room. We are interviewing Kisma Jordan for her release. That's going to pop off in like 18 minutes on all streaming services. The Opera Soul EP will be available to listen to. Y'all just going to hear it with us first. So... And y'all can call in right now if y'all want to, 313-466-2399. And, y'all can say, I love you, Kisma, and all that stuff like that. But while they're not doing that, I want to talk about this last song because it reminds me of a picture that I actually made years ago of myself. So I went to a photographer, and we took pictures of me jumping with a guitar in my hand.
Okay.
Right? So, we got a phone call.
Somebody's calling.
Who we got here?
What up, dog?
You know what? Just by your voice, you sound like the guy that was in the car.
What?
On the video.
Oh, my God.
Sound like a cool dude that got an old school car.
First off.
Is that Chris?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Mr. Supporter. That's your name, Mr. Support.
No, this is not her Chris. It's the other Chris.
Oh, Chris Crosby.
Yeah, that Chris.
F your life.
Yeah.
What up?
Nothing. I just wanted to call in because I was asleep earlier. Yep. And yeah. So.
Welcome.
That's the only reason why I'm not there. Yeah, I was exhausted from work, but I had to call in because I needed to personally congratulate Kisma, one of my inspirations musically. It's been an absolute pleasure to watch her grow and finally drop some of her own music.
Yes.
It's been a journey. It's been great. We've had conversations about this for years. And I am so excited that, number one, I was able to connect the dots to to assist in allowing it to happen.
Facts.
I think I paid like 2 notes on one song, so that's all I
You
needed.
play it like-
That's all I needed.
You played on Glory.
Yeah, yep, you did.
Yeah, I played on Glory, but that's all I needed, because just to be able to hear the writing and the production and just see how everything came together just makes my heart completely melt. So,
I love
my
you,
sister,
Chris.
congratulations.
Thank you
I love
so
you,
much, bro.
and I can't wait for the world to hear this project.
Yes, I'm excited. Thank you so much.
Awesome sauce. Awesome sauce.
Christopher Crosby, representing all the Finkel Ave.
I will see y'all one of these days this week.
Yep.
Yeah, one of these days. Yep, exactly. So, all right, I'll holler at y'all.
All right.
All right, bro.
All right. Yeah, peace.
Bye.
He sounded like somebody that got an old school rap. I thought that was your cousin. I thought that was your cousin.
No.
So, this last song. You have been singing opera professionally. Listen, the first time I heard of the Met, Jay-Z said it.
Wow.
So when I hear that you did it, I'm like, holy shit, who do I have in my presence? Who is this?
Oh my gosh.
But opera is so I look at some of these genres of music, they stick to their tradition.
Yes.
You know, it's been the same since it began. And if you
Right.
step away from that, is frowned upon a little bit, you know? And so here it is, we have this woman who has been in those arenas. Who's done excellent in those arenas, and she said, I want to do more than the strict
what they're telling me that I can
lines
do.
I got to stay in between, right?
Yep.
But that is such a big risk.
It's big.
You know, like this.
I mean, I'm in a whole new field now.
You in a whole
I don't know
new
if I'll
field.
ever get an opportunity to sing on an opera stage again, like for real. Like I'm already done. I don't have management. And
Right.
opera theater operates, it's a management world. You don't get work if you don't have a manager.
Yeah.
The roles that I have been able to do just came from, exposure, or I knew somebody. It just was a favor thing in terms of just me being at the right place at the right time or whatever. But the bulk of my singing has been in orchestral. But I mean, it's cliquish.
Yeah. Well, everything is cliquish.
Yeah, I mean, 'tis true.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's hard to break through there in a way. And if you don't do it a certain way, I don't care what nobody says. If you don't do it a certain way, it could just be hard for you.
Yeah. So here it is. You're like, you know what?
F it.
But at the same time, you step into the soul scene, and they are very. This is what soul is. This is what soul ain't.
Listen. I remember doing it was an open call for some Detroit shows. Like it's a more like festival stuff.
Yeah.
But it's a city thing.
Right.
And one of the suggestions from one of the presenters who were present, I didn't know all the presenters, but like you should change the name to Soul Opera. I laughed so hard because naturally I thought soul play. And then I was like, soul opera. Now, why would you say that? You would say that because you think Black people be turned off by opera being first.
Yeah.
Because they see opera and they're like,
soul opera it don't even
sound the same.
Soul opera sounds like somebody took Phantom of the Opera and put a soul singer on top of it.
Yeah, I was like, no, opera soul has a ring.
It's not like a play.
I was like, yeah, no. But I knew what it was about, though.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he
was just being a little racial. Yeah, people be so biased to themselves and don't even be realizing it. Yeah, but it is such a big risk.
Yeah.
It is a big risk. I love the risk. So when this was presented, I'm like, oh, hell yeah. I don't know what I'm doing, but we gonna do it, though. Because to me, the biggest risks have the biggest rewards. Whether it be financial or just internally, it's the biggest reward when you know you did it.
Right.
So it's like, I'm going to keep bringing it all up. Because the more we talk, we adding pieces to the puzzle.
Right.
Opera singer. Have a couple kids. Renovating the house. Shoot a music video. Hire all of these people to make this music. Got to record this stuff while stuff is going on. these are little kids. So we talking about changing diapers, staying up at night, mommy. And while all of this going on in the back of mommy's head, she's making plans and writing them down later, coming to the studio, listening to my problems every now and again, right?
That's exactly how it was.
You know, things not going right. Having to express that it's not going right. You have a project that depended on so many different hands.
True.
And you had to navigate and control all of that and make sure that it happened. And to make all of that happen, you had to aim, jump, and MF and fly.
Yeah.
Any other time I would have cussed. So what does this song mean to you? Aim, jump, and fly.
Man, when this song came to me, I was like washing the dishes. And I knew it was going to be a big song. I could hear it. I was like, this is like a rock song. It's like, this is like an anthem.
Yeah.
And I knew what I needed to say, but I couldn't put the words together.
Right.
Like I had the chorus.
Mm-hmm.
And I just knew it was about, you know, the time of your life and, you know, the ride of your life.
Yeah.
You know, saying yes to something big that you doubted.
Mm-hmm.
And once you do that, you can't turn back.
Right.
But you just got to hold on tight and just hang on for the ride because it's about to be a crazy ride. Anytime you know, moving in destiny and purpose, it's going to be all over the place. It's going to be good. It's going to be bad. It's going to be very good. It's going to be very bad.
Right.
It's going to be an emotional roller coaster.
Absolutely.
So you just got to buckle up and just hold on and get to the end, though. If we can just get to the end.
Just get to the end. And
hang on, journey through, and get to the destination. And so I knew that's what it was. I was like, this is an inspirational song. That's what this is. This is about believing yourself and like saying yes and being scared as hell.
Yeah.
You scared. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with being scared.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to hear church folks like, oh, the fear. No. It's a part of taking chances. It's a part of moving in uncharted territory.
Absolutely.
Unknown territory. It's not the faith, okay? Clearly, there's faith there. You wouldn't move.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a natural thing to be afraid.
It's like jumping off of a plane.
Right. You're
that
like,
first
I
step,
don't
you
know.
are shook as hell.
But once you jump, though,
you flying.
You like, all I got to do is just jump. If I can just jump, the rest will be there.
And that's what you did.
That's what I did. This whole thing, that's what this whole
song defines
the whole journey.
The last 3 years.
Yep, it sure does.
You aimed, you jumped. And at midnight, 7 minutes from now,
oh my God,
you're going to be flying. Let's get into it.
What you gonna do? The wind is blowing, time to get going. Stop thinking and just move. Heavy with excitement, the charge electrifies. What's inside is primed to blow your mind. Don't be afraid, cause you about to shine. Dreams delayed make the heart sick. Hope fulfilled makes it well. So live your life without regret. If you believe you can't fail. Are you ready for the time of your life? You better buckle up, enjoy the ride. Your debuts are waiting, the world's anticipating for you to take flight. Are you ready for the time of your life? You better buckle up and hold on tight. Make your path, stake your claim. Get on your grind and get out of your way. You think you're ready now? Then take aim. Life as you know it, it won't ever be the same. Make the most of this motivated moment before fear grips your mind. Growing with expectation, each day is another open door. have it, let's take it, let's fight, let's swing, let's roar. Dreams delayed make the heart sick. Hope fulfilled makes it well. So live your life without regret. If you believe you can't fail. Are you ready for the time of your life? You better buckle up, enjoy the ride. Your debuts are waiting, the world's anticipating for you to take flight. Are you ready for the time of your life? You better buckle up and hold on tight. Make your path, stake your claim. Get on your grind and get out of your way. Nobody else can do what you do. Nobody else can walk in your shoes. Rise up and own your truth. It's present now and it's too great to lose. Nobody else can do what you do. Nobody else can walk in your shoes. Rise up and own your truth. It's present now and it's too great to lose. Rise up and own your truth. It's present now and it's too great to lose. Rise up and own your truth. It's present now and it's too great to lose. Rise up and own your truth. It's present now and it's too great to lose.
Yeah. So that's the EP.
That's the EP, a 4-song EP.
Huge.
It's got a big sound, doesn't it?
It does.
Like, can you imagine?
Coachella.
Dude, listen, I receive it. Yeah, like I was just saying this. We finished rehearsal for tomorrow's concert. I came
Yeah.
straight here.
Okay.
Okay, y'all getting a lot out of me
Right.
because, okay,
You famous.
sister been in like a 4-hour rehearsal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, yeah, that's festival. That right there.
Yeah.
I'm like, I am proud of this work.
Yeah. Same.
Like, I mean,
Same.
I didn't know what it was gonna be like, but I'm glad it is what it is.
Absolutely. It is like Stephanie Christian said something to me about her album. And she said, this is a labor of love. And that stuck with me so much. It makes so much sense when you put that much into something.
Right.
You know, this moment, your first, it's always going to be your first.
I mean, it's just an EP, but
It's the first.
it's the first EP. It's like
Yeah.
the first, the first taste, the first look, all of it. It's like,
Absolutely.
this is what I'm telling the world. Like, this is where I'm going.
Yeah, my
This
man
is who I am.
Ben Frank say love is the eternal key. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Matter of fact, let's give a shout out to the people who was on here. T. Mason,
T. Mason.
Lawrence Whitney, Angela Burchett,
Birch.
G. Ward, produced by John. Oh, John in the building. What's popping? Valencia Johnson, Chris Crosby. I said G. Ward. Christopher Hunter up in the building, literally.
Yes.
Chad Serwick Hughes,
Deanna Johnson.
the Ultimate Huntsman, and Ben Frank in the building. Like, wow.
You see G. Ward?
Yeah,
Gina.
G Ward. So your
Gina.
project is out in literally 1 minute.
1 minute, oh my gosh.
1 minute, we got a toast.
Okay, let's toast it up then.
I drunk mine up.
Oh, look at you.
Soon as the clock turns 12, we're going to need y'all to go to y'all streaming services. Not only do you play it, but save it.
Save it to your playlist.
Save it to your playlist. Kisma Jordan, the Opera Soul Experience. As soon as midnight hit, we're going to toast and drink. I don't know how many seconds we got left. But as soon as my clock turned 12, he pre-ordered it.
Boom.
Hey, oh yeah. There we go. 12 o'clock.
12
Congratulations. It's been great. I really appreciate trusting this mofo to do something like that.
You're good at what you do.
Thank you.
You're good at what you do. And yeah, this was totally divine. All of it.
Absolutely. So congratulations. I can't
you.
wait to see the show tomorrow. For those who watching, her show is tomorrow at DSO Outside. You can still get tickets, right?
Yes, you can buy tickets. You can go to the DSO.org and get tickets. We're going to be in the courtyard, the Susnick Courtyard. This is the outdoor venue for the Max Fisher.
Yeah.
And it's right next door to the Max Fisher.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to be there Wednesday night and Thursday night.
Wednesday and Thursday.
7 p.m. General admission is $20.
It's nothing.
Bring your chairs. It's real chilled. You know, it's we got a lawn. You spread your blanket out and just come and just get the live experience of the entire EP because we're performing it live.
Absolutely.
In addition to some other curated, rearranged, and arranged covers and original pieces that just make up the whole vibe of Opera Soul. So it's just the beginning, really.
Yeah.
These two
We got more work
concerts
to do.
it's just a little taste, a little sprinkle
Mm-hmm.
about where I'm taking the Opera Soul experience.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
So congratulations again.
Thank you. I'm excited.
It was a good conversation.
Yeah, this was good.
And make sure y'all tune in because it's there.
Listen, cop the EP.
Cop the EP.
Buy it.
Don't just stream it.
Yeah, buy it, y'all.
Buy it too. She'll have physical copies.
I have copies of I got CDs. I'm signing CDs after the concert Wednesday and Thursday. And then I put the CD on my website.
Boom. Which is?
EP on my website, kismajordan.com.
Y'all know how to spell Kisma, right?
New website launches later this week. And you can get the CD.
You got a new website.
New website.
Oh, shit.
Coming soon. Yeah, the new website will be up before the end of this week.
Okay.
Got a whole new website, new everything.
Mm-hmm.
It has the Full Circle Moments on there. It has Opera Soul stuff on there. I have other Opera Soul merchandise coming out soon, but you will definitely be able to purchase the EP on the website.
Boom. And that's it. So, well, this is the first episode of The Famous Room. I'm going to do this more often.
Yes.
I kind of like it, you know what I'm saying? And what a bang. What a bang to start off with, right?
Yeah, this has been really good.
All right. So thank
now
y'all.
I'm thirsty for more.
Booyah.
Now we got to get the full-length album now.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Oh, my God. Yeah, so we tuning out, y'all. Thanks for tuning in.
Yes, thank
Tell
y'all.
a friend.
Yeah.
Share this video. And we out. Peace.
Peace.